Okay, so BKKT is the only one that I have on watch. It's the only one on my gap scan. That's because it's not even gapping. It's actually down about 5%. So I don't even know why this is on my scans. But it is above VWAP. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see, we got support. Supposed to be at least right here somewhere. And we also have resistance up here. We got some more up here. So we'll see if this holds. I mean, right now it's holding this level. I like how it's holding this level up here, but I wanted to break on. I wanted to break on this next 1 minute. We could potentially get in here for the next 1 minute high to break. I do like the 5 and 10 minute and the daily high overall. I'm actually gonna get in before we see a whole rip, like we did yesterday. I probably got in a little early, but that's okay as long as it doesn't flush below VWAP. I'm in at 26, kind of a bad fill. It's 18. Don't really like to see that. 15 now. It's already 10 cents. I'm gonna have to stop out here. Definitely, if it breaks this 1 minute low and breaks to 8.10, then I'm out. So down 10 cents right here. 15 cents is my stop. Really. It's 30-second mark, so stopping out here. I'm gonna try at least. Hit my bailout key, but see if I even get fill on it. So definitely not getting filled here. Well, I got filled. So stopped out there. Already lost for the day. Was actually hoping that this one would do a little more than that, and look, it's all the way back up. Crazy. So overall, I'd be going for the daily high to break. High is 860, so we're not too far from it. This one's extremely choppy. I actually thought it was gonna do maybe a small pullback here and then a rip through 830, then 840, but this one's just really choppy. Now I actually know it's pretty choppy. Pulled back too much, so at the bottom, then it pops all the way back up, no problem. This one too, breaks below VWAP, pops back up 825, no problem. So might take a stab at it a second time here, but I think I just missed my entry there at 820. I just saw the 5 minutes gonna open here. Again, I don't like how choppy it is, like that. What was that? 825 to 835, no problem. Spreads are kind of big now, 4 cents. Double top there though on the 5 minute. So that's a break. That's basically what I was going for here, but I guess I got in too early, stopped out too quick. So a real successful trade there, just wasn't in it. 860 is the daily high. That kind of sucks. See if we get some consolidation here. I can probably take another stab at it. I don't want it to pull back way too much though. I'd say 835 would be the lowest I'd really wanted to go. That's 833 now. I don't want to get in again here, similar to this candle where it pulls back, finishes high, and then it pulls back even harder. I might just wait it out, but at the same time, I don't want to miss an opportunity. So we have one pullback candle here. It's finishing pretty low. And I don't like how low this is finishing, because if we see an even bigger pullback on this one to VWAP, I don't feel confident in it anymore. So this one finished kind of high. Let's see if it holds a small little range here. or if it breaks this 1 minute low. 1 minute low is 833. It's 36 on the bid. 35. $33, so there's a drop all the way back to VWAP there, 25 on the bid. See if we get a pop back up here. 35, 40 now, impressive. So the dips are getting bought up. High of this 1 minute candle is 43. So if I can get it on a pullback, if we get a micro pullback here, potential entry. So I'm just gonna buy in here at 840. Want to see this through 850 for sure. Once I see a break of 850, I want to see 860. It's 49, it's 50. Selling at 52. It double topped there. Really, I sold at 51. So double top seems like a false break. It should have just ripped through 52 and 58, 60. So made some profit back, made about 10 cents back. Still down on the day, 25 bucks. Glad to have made something back though, but it is a false break. Once I seen the double top, you know, it felt like resistance at 52 for a second. I just sold it because in this market, if I held too long, I mean, I got the break I wanted. I got the 850 break in and still too quick. But if I held too long, I mean, that was kind of it. Really, I wanted to hold for the daily high to break 860. But knowing that this just double topped there and that it most likely was going to fail, I didn't feel so confident in it. And I wanted to make sure to at least scalp it and take some profit while I could. Or while it was there, I guess. So, one winner, one loser. And if I'm being real, that's probably going to be it for me because this one's just really choppy and it looks like it's breaking below view up here. The only other ones popping on the scan are Tost, T-O-S-T. And this one's, I mean, below view up now. AI is also another one. This one doesn't look too bad, but it's definitely out of my price range. I cannot trade this one with this account size anymore. So UE. So still down on the day, but VCSA. BKKT was a little tricky there, but now it's back below view up. So good thing I sold where I sold. I sold exactly at the top. It's just I have a 2 cent offset, so it's filled me at 50. It's a 10 cent move, and then I also have a 13 cent loser. Plus commission, so 20 bucks. I should really be down $5 today if the commissions weren't there. But they're there, so don't really have a choice, I guess. So 5 minutes breaking lower here. 1 minute MACD's crossing. 10 minute doesn't look the best, especially not after that. Jesus. It's too bad that this one's not easy to borrow. I would like to actually trade this one. It's not too obvious. But after a big rejection like that, I could have got in here on this candle. High is 821, sold at the low 8. And then potentially hold on this same candle for a break of 8. It's a nice pop there off the bottom. But I don't know. I think this one's kind of done. Not done for good. Maybe it'll come back in the afternoon or something. But right now, I mean, there's nothing else in the scans. Really slow day today. Not the same action we've been seeing, for the past couple days, but at least this, I think, is my first profitable trade, actually, or decently sized trade, where I actually come out on top. Well, actually, I didn't even come out on top, right? I'm still down 25 bucks, but where I actually made a good trade. I didn't back off and just watch it. This one I kind of did. I wish I would have taken this move here. That would have definitely put me up on the day. Reason I didn't trade is because it opened mid candle. I wasn't sure if this was just going to snap back, kind of like how this one did. If it was going to pull back even harder and then pop back up again. Wasn't sure if it was going to do the same strategy. So I waited it out, and next thing you know, it just rips to the high. But this one ripped from 825 to 835 immediately, so I couldn't even get in at the low here if I wanted to, unless it was on the previous candle. But that's why I didn't like. That's why I don't like getting on the previous candle sometimes, because this move, I felt pretty confident this next 1 minute was gonna rip, but obviously it faked me out, and I sold the bottom. Then it pops all the way back up. So that's usually why I don't enter on the previous 1 minute candle. I mentioned that in another video, but I decided to take another stab at it today because it looked, decent for a move higher, but obviously it couldn't hold its level and it ended up rejecting until later. It finally made that curl that I was looking for, and I missed the whole ride up. But good thing I waited on this pullback. I didn't get in on this one, get faked out the second time. Instead, I got in on the third 1 minute candle when it was finishing pretty high. I could have got a better entry at 820 something, like 825 or 830 even. But I just wanted to be sure that this was going to have 2 candle pullback, not a 3 candle. So I got it on the next 1 minute. That's why I made that move. So BKKT is climbing back above here. 5 minute doesn't look too bad. 10 minute looks okay. 5 minute actually looks better now because it's going to open here in the next 1 minute candle. So this looks better for a move higher, but I don't think I'm going to see this above 860 in this next 5 minute candle, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's going to, I don't think it's going to do it. It's still at VWAP, still kind of struggling here. Even if it does, I don't think I'm going to trade it. I'm just going to watch it. There's a break higher. 835. So the 5 minute, like I said, doesn't look bad at all. It seems like it has a lot more strength this time around. I can't tell if it's because of the MACD or if it's just recovering that good. But this one's making a nice recovery here so far. Here's our first pullback candle. If it touches VWAP and then bounces back up, then I would hope this exact move isn't going to happen a second time. Because I would like to get in for a rip higher. So there's VWAP. See if it pops back up pretty high. 35 would be high for me, where it's a nice finish. But let's see, we have 32, 36. It looks like it's setting up almost exactly like this one over here. So I don't even know if I'd want to trade it. If it breaks this high, then I'm going to be kind of confused as to what I'd want to do on it. So I'm for sure going to wait this one out. See if it does the exact same thing it did back here. So no, this one's actually a break. It's nice to see. If we could see this back at 850, that'd look crazy. Or if maybe this will be a false break. Let's see. 10 minute looks really good though. So nice. Here's 848. See if we can get 850. Not quite. Maybe this next 1 minute can do it. 48 again. If we get a quick snap. I wouldn't want to take the trade up here anyway. It feels like it's getting a little top heavy, so if we get this triple top here, that would kind of suck. It might have to set itself up a little better. There's 850, big seller 850. So no break of 850 yet. We'd have to wait for that seller to move. So false break. Now we're getting a pullback. Let's see if it can actually hold and sideways consolidate for a better setup for a break at 850. 10 minutes still looks pretty good. I'd say 10 minutes still looks pretty good. It's not a double top, close. It was 2 cents off. Previously on the 1 minute where I sold, that was a double top because it hit 52. But this one's just having a hard time breaking over 850. I do like how it's sideways consolidating here. As long as it doesn't pull back even more, especially below VWAP, then I think this one looks pretty good. But right now, it's pulling back just sideways at the moment. I think later we're going to get that rip through 850. Potentially break that daily high. If it breaks the daily high, it should have room all the way up to 11. For the most part, it's 200. So I don't see any resistance really. Yeah, for the most part, it has all that room up to 11. Whether it's actually going to make that move, I have no idea. It's probably going to do it when I leave, if I'm being real. But let's just see what it wants to do here. As long as it continues holding this level, I don't want to see this flush below V up again. I'd prefer if this candle finished pretty high, around 840, 845, somewhere around there. But here's V up. See if we get a break. Small break, but 21 now, so now that's not looking good to me. So really choppy price action with this one. Very difficult to trade, I'd say. It's back below. So next 10-minute open mid candle. I don't know. It's not an obvious one. This is kind of a difficult setup. I'd have to figure out what kind of pattern this is making or what's going on with this one exactly, just to take another trade on it. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. $25 loss. I'm perfectly fine with a $25 loss. I mean, it's not a $100 loss out here or anything like that. So I'm glad that I'm stopping out with this much. I'm glad I made some back here on this trade. I could have definitely taken another trade in this area here, but once it was below VWAP, I just didn't have much confidence in it. Could have definitely taken a stab here at VWAP for the break, but it wouldn't have been a crazy break either. I would have got in probably at 830, and then the high of the same candle was what, 839. So maybe, well, with the 2 cent offset, even if I sold the top, I would have been at 37. So about a 7 cent trade, minus 3 for commission, so it would have been 4. Whether it was worth the risk or not, I mean, not really in my opinion. This one could have gotten as well, but same thing, not a huge move. Actually, this one was a bigger move, it feels, from 34 to 48. So yeah, that would have been a nice trade here actually, but I don't know. I didn't want to trade in this area. I do think that this is kind of forming some sort of wedge in a way. It's taking a while, but if you look closely here, trend line, let's see. I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong. I have no idea. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything actually. It's just, maybe I'm just smoking something, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we get some more momentum, but as of right now, it's kind of just not there. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.